What's going on YouTube? Flip Rodriguez here, and we are back with another Phasmo guide. On this guide, we're going to be going over everything Grafton Farmhouse related. If you don't know, there was a rework, and up until this moment right now, the timing of this video being recorded, we're going to be going over everything you need to know, and hopefully we'll make this video very fast. So let's hop right into it. So first things first, the one thing you will want to get used to on this map is going to be the layout of this map. So just to give you guys an understanding of what I'm talking about here, this is going to be the first floor. I found this, by the way, on Phasmophobia's Wikipedia. As soon as you enter the house, there's going to be the foyer right here. To the left is going to be the living room. Right above the living room, we're going to have the kitchen. And then above the kitchen, we're going to have the utility room. Now, once you enter through the foyer, if you go straight, that's going to be your dining room. To the right, to the top right, we're going to have the library. And then right below the library, which is all connected in one room, is going to be the downstairs bathroom. And then right below that is going to be the workroom, aka the mannequin room, which is one of the scariest rooms in this map right now. So that's your first floor. Second floor, as you make your way up the stairs through the foyer, you'll make your way upstairs to the second floor. You have the upstairs hallway. Okay, you go to the left, you're going to have your master bedroom right here. If you go from the stairs straight up, that's going to be your master bathroom. Once you guys go up to the right, at the very bottom, you're going to have child's bedroom, a.k.a. the doll room. Probably the scariest one of them all from all the interactions that you can get with it. Now, if you go up from the stairwell again, you go to the right, you'll have your entrance to the attic, which we'll talk about in a second. But as soon as you go to the right, you're going to have the twin bedroom to the left. And then if you just go straight instead of going left, you'll have on the third floor, the attic. Why this is going to be important is because a lot of these rooms are affected by the outside weather. Okay? So kind of keep those things in mind. If you've been wondering why the whole house is cold while it's snowing, that's why. And I'll explain in detail about which rooms are affected by outside weather and which rooms are not. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. I think the first thing we'll go over is going to be basic stuff. So the light switches, okay? Now, if you guys don't know, you can actually break the light switches. And of course, that is very, very loud. Okay, this is considered a small map, okay? If I turn on this light, which obviously the chandelier fell, this is still considered on, okay? That's one. You have a total of 9 light switches you could have on. And yes, this right here is considered a light switch. Okay, so right now we have 1, 2, 3. Every light switch you turn on will count. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is, look, this is going to be 4, right? And then you see there's 3 switches here for the dining room. 5, 6, 7. That is 7 lights right now that are on. We'll continue this way to one of the scary rooms. And also these 3 right here are controlling this same ones that we just turned on. Just so you guys know. This should be 8, 9. Okay, we have all lights maxed on right now. So if I turn on one light, the breaker should pop. Okay? Just kind of keep those things in mind. If you're with a teammate, you're going to really want to keep track of it because it is considered a small map, but there are so many rooms on this map that it's very easy to pop the breaker, and then you're going to think the ghost did it, and you'll roll out a Jinn because Jinn can't turn off breakers. So now that's going to hop us into the next thing. Now the breaker locations, okay? The breaker can only be 1 of 2 places at the time of this video, okay? Number 1, I'll go from the front door. You enter the front door, there could be one down here on the first floor, which will make a left through your living room, kitchen, and straight to the utility room. In the utility room, you'll go left, and bingo, there is our breaker, okay? I'm going to turn it on just so it's not always dark. And then I'll show you guys where the second one is here right now. So if you enter through the front, the breaker is going to be on the second floor, up the stairs, to the right before the attic and the twins' bedroom right here. The breaker would be sitting right here, just so you guys know. Obviously, it's not there right now for me because it's in the utility room. But that is where your breakers could be located. Only 2 spots, okay? Okay, we're gonna talk about hiding places here, okay? Hiding places are very important, especially if you're new to Phasmo and you're playing on amateur mode. You need to know where to hide, okay? On this first floor, I'll give you guys all the hiding spots. The first one's gonna be down here in the kitchen. Okay, I'll turn on the light so you can see it. You see this refrigerator right here with the door open. You can hide behind it. Obviously, when you're hiding, you keep all your electronics off. If your electronics are on, the ghost will be able to find you based off of your location. I mean, based off of the equipment being on, okay? That goes for everything electronic. Okay, the next room is gonna be in the utility. I'm sorry, the next hiding spot is gonna be in the utility room, right behind these mattresses, as you see here. You just go back here and you'll hide. Remember, turn off your electronics. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. That wasn't us. That was the ghost. The ghost shut the breaker off. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this on really quick because he turned it off, as you can tell with the red light. Okay. So we can rule out Jin. Not that we're gonna play this all out, but it's all right. All right. Your next hiding spot is here in the dining room. Okay, this is a great looping spot. I'll get into looping later. Right here, once you go to the dining room, all the way in the very back corner, this is your next hiding spot right here. Now, you got to be very careful with it because it is a very open space. So if you're running from the foyer into this hiding spot and the ghost has line of sight of you hiding in there, you're dead anyways. Okay, because he's going to see you hide there. He's going to go straight for you. Just kind of keep that in mind. This hiding spot is a little bit... what's the word I'm looking for? Unsafe, because it's so open and you can't break line of sight. All right, so keep those things in mind. Next one, the scariest room of them all is, well, I guess not of them all, but the mannequin room. Now, the mannequin room has one hiding spot, and then I'm gonna say a good line of sight breaker to loop it. Okay, but the hiding spot, as soon as you come through, you're gonna come right here. This is an excellent hiding spot right here. The looping spot that I'm talking about, it's right next to your hiding spot. So this is not exactly a hiding spot because ghost can come here, ghost can come here. He could make it back here. But it's a great way to break line of sight. And then through audio, you'll be able to hear if it's going to your right or to your left. And then you can really wrap your way around and get your way out of here, okay? Now, your next one's going to be upstairs. That is all the hiding spots. I'll give you guys an unofficial hiding spot right here. Check this out. Unofficial hiding spot. He did the breaker again. Okay, anyways. All right, you guys see, this is going to be the library here. And you guys will come into the library behind this door. And you're going to hide right here. You're going to make sure this door is open the whole way. You're not holding it open. You're just going to leave it open. And then you're going to hide back here. And it's a pretty good hiding spot. I wouldn't say it's 100% safe. But if you have no choice because the ghost decided to hunt and you happen to be in library, that is a good spot to be at. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the breaker real quick. If you're wondering why the ghost is not hunting, it's because I have the ghost on friendly right now. So that way I don't get interrupted with this guide. And my sole purpose of making these guides is just to help people play Phasmo better. I know how not fun this game could be if you don't have the knowledge, as that's how I started. Okay, I just turned that off. Okay, perfect. So this light switch right here controls that light right there. Okay, so your next hiding spot's going to be upstairs. So as soon as you make your way upstairs, all the way down this little hallway, back here, boom, perfect. I want to say these railings, even though you could see through them, I want to say they're a good line of sight breaker for the ghost. I don't think the ghost can actually see through this, but you can hide here, and then you'll be able to see the ghost if you leave your lights on. You can see the ghost from here. Definitely want to have your electronics on, because if he sees you here, you're basically dead there. But that is another hiding spot. So your very next hiding spot is going to be here in the master bedroom. Okay. I'll leave that on actually. Okay. It's going to be right back here. So as soon as you enter your room, you're going to go left here and right behind this here. Boom. Very good hiding spot. Probably not the... You could, if the ghost shows up right here, he'll probably see you, so keep that in mind. So you want to make sure you're tucked away as much as you can inside this little corner, okay? All right. We're going to move on to the next hiding spot, which is going to be in the doll room, which is AKA the children's room, if I remember correctly. I just call it doll room because everybody else does. This is the only light source, by the way. Whoa. You have in this room, there is no other light source. That lamp, I don't see a switch, or I haven't seen a switch yet. So if you guys know, drop it in the comments down below, because I have yet to see a light switch for this room. Okay, so the doll room, which is the creepiest room of them all, is a hiding spot. It's going to be all the way around here, inside what I think the ghost touched already. Boom, right here. You close the door, and then you're hiding here. Okay. I always like to keep the door closed just in case the ghost comes through here. I hold the door closed to make sure he doesn't open it, and if he does, I'm holding it shut. Okay, perfect. Next one we're going to go to is the twins' bedroom. Okay, the twins' bedroom, remember, as soon as you come up the stairs, is going to be up here to the left. And right over here in this room, this must have been the door he was opening. Again, you got to be careful with your line of sight, because if ghost is chasing you, or if you play solo, it's probably going to be focused on you, obviously, because you're by yourself. If you make your way to this hiding spot and it sees you come in here, you're dead anyways, okay? So keep that in mind. This is definitely a ghost room because that vase does not belong there. Okay, and last but not least is going to be up here in the attic. Remember that this lamp right here does count as a light source. There's Ouija board, but we'll talk about it later. Wait. Oh, no. I was about to say, I'm going crazy. This is your other hiding spot right here in the attic. Again, this spot right here is a pretty good one to break line of sight, and then you can listen to see which way it goes, and you'll make your way around to go back downstairs and break line of sight. Perfect. Okay, those are all the hiding spots there. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the map really quick for this one, and I want to talk about all the rooms that are not affected by the outside weather. And this is going to be very, very important when you guys are doing your investigations, because if you don't know which room is affected by the weather outside, then you're going to think during snow that these rooms are really cold, and every one of those ghost rooms are going to be cold, and that's just not how it all works, okay? So the only rooms that can warm up with a fuse box is going to be the downstairs bathroom right here. Is going to be the workroom, which is the mannequin room. The next one's going to be the master bedroom, which is on the second floor to the left. The master bathroom with the duck, if you guys don't know. It's an awesome duck there, so you can throw around. And then the child's bedroom, aka the doll room. And I'm going to show you guys why. Okay, so if you guys see right here, we are at 9 degrees right here. So if I go to the child's room, it's automatically 20. Okay. I want to say that this, because it's an open roof here, this whole spot is affected by the weather. Even though there's like no hole here, that big hole will cover this space. Okay. That was the child's bedroom. We're going to go to the master bathroom, which is right here. Obviously, we're on the second floor here, guys. Notice that we're at 20 degrees again because there's no windows broken. None of that weather from outside can make it into this room. Your next one's going to be your master bedroom here. I'll show you guys again. This master bedroom, there's no holes to the outside. All the windows are boarded up. So this room will stay warm with the breaker being on. Also, if you guys didn't know, the breaker being off makes all the rooms colder. But again, because of this house being broken down, anything that has exposure to the outside will be affected with the weather. All right, let's go see the workroom, aka the mannequin room. Straight down the foyer, past the dining room to the right is the mannequin room. And so you can see everything's closed off. All the windows are boarded up for the most part. You can kind of see out that, but not really. And then we have downstairs bathroom, which is here. So this one's going to be kind of interesting because you see how library is open. See how my temperature went to 9 degrees because of the rain outside, heavy rain. It is open, but in Phasmo, this door frames are making this its own room, and because this room doesn't have any outside exposure. That's why it's warmer in this room, even though there's a big hole right here that leads to the big hole outside. Keep that in mind that this is its own separate room. And as you could tell, outside exposure, it's got a lot colder. Okay. And then our last but not least will be, actually that was it. That was all the rooms that are not affected by the outside weather. So every room that I talk about, or I didn't talk about, is affected by outside weather. Okay, so you're going to say, oh, but there's no holes here. I mean, that is a hole, but that's a master bedroom. But this window being open is enough to affect the whole dining table. All right, so we're going to go over all of the cursed item locations. And yes, there's not rain right now because I switched games because I forgot to turn on all the cursed items. But we're going to go over the cursed items now. All right, so on the first floor, we are going to have our monkey paw in the dining room, which I almost forgot. Dining room, you're going to have the monkey paw right here. Let me turn on the lights so it's easier for you guys to see. So as soon as you enter the dining room, to the left on this shelf right here is your monkey paw. The next cursed item will be, if I remember correctly, voodoo doll here in the mannequin room is just sitting on this table. This is not the monkey paw, even though people have been getting very confused, wondering why this isn't the monkey paw because it looks very similar. But voodoo doll is right there. Now, if you go straight across the mannequin room to your library, you will find tarot cards sitting right next to the typewriter on this work desk. Okay. I think those are all the ones from downstairs. So it was 1, 2, 3 down here. And we're going to go ahead and shoot our way upstairs. As soon as you come upstairs, you're going to go left to the master bedroom. And in the bedroom, you will have the mirror. And the mirror is sitting right here, directly in front of the door. And it's just sitting on that breaker, really? Okay. Mirror is just sitting right there. Your very next one is going to be in the doll room, aka child's bedroom. You're going to have summoning circle sitting up here. And then we are going to have, if we go to the twins' bedroom, which remember up the stairs to the right, right before the attic, you'll go left. And you're going to have music box just sitting right here. Okay, that's, we had 3 downstairs, 4, 5, 6, and number 7 is going to be in the attic all the way upstairs. We have our Ouija board. And there you have it. That's going to be all of the cursed items locations on this map. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I know from experience that more knowledge in Phasmo makes the game way more fun rather than wondering what's going on and feeling like you're just very bad at the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you guys did, make sure to drop a thumbs up and tell me what your favorite room is. Personally, one of my favorite rooms is going to be the doll room. I haven't had a ghost there yet, but I hope I do soon. And yeah, have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.